Well, let's talk a little bit about the difference between these two inactions, right? In other words, what is advisory and whose side are they on, and what is an audit and whose side, if there is a side, are they on?
Okay. So when you do FedRAMP or when you do CMMC or when you do SOC 2 or when you do whatever, it doesn't matter. There's somebody that helps you get ready, and then there's somebody that actually holds you accountable to the standard. Okay? And they should not be the same group because you should not check your own work. It's really that simple. All right. That's why when you take a test in high school and you pass it over to the person next to you to grade, because you shouldn't grade your own work, right? Somebody else grades it. That's how we maintain accountability. And that's how we maintain integrity. So advisory is I'm going to come in and I'm going to get you ready to be assessed, ready to be audited, ready to be held accountable to that standard. All right. But then the other side of the coin is then some other company is going to come in, and some companies do like, oh, well, they're different divisions of the same company. I'm sorry, I'm old fashioned. I don't like that. It should be a different company that comes in and says, all right, now we're going to check that you're actually doing what you say you're doing. We're going to check that it meets the definition of the standard, that your artifacts, your evidence that you're doing it has sufficient adequacy and sufficiency to perform to task and standard, that you are doing what you should be doing and doing it the right way. And that's the audit or assessment. Technically, it's an audit only if it's a CPA. So like SOC 2 is done by CPAs. Those are auditors. Everybody else, it's an assessment. But either way, at the end of the day, they should be giving you effectively a gold star, a little ribbon, a certificate.
Yay.
Okay, whatever. Exactly.
Okay, I want to clarify one thing, right?
Please.
Your advisor and your assessor cannot be the same organization at all. Doesn't matter if they're separate, managed separately within the organization, right? You clearly cannot advise because that creates a conflict of interest as well as doing the assessment. To Josh's point, right? I cannot check myself because I'm going to get credit. I am perfect and amazing. I'm not going to tell you my faults. I meet all of the requirements. And yes, it is true. I am perfect and amazing.
I was going to say, Gabby, I mean, come on, let's be clear.
It's the government doesn't accept it unless you come in and independently verify that I'm amazing.
Perfect. But
someone has to verify it, not just take my word.
Gabby, I verify that you are perfect and amazing.
Thank you. It goes on the marketplace. That's all I needed. It's official. But yes, absolutely. So you have your advisory services, and that can mean a lot of things. But for most people, your advisory is the documentation development, right? You can have them come and do a gap assessment, right? Determine the level of maturity. Have you met all of the minimum requirements? Are you ready to go? And get you, up to snuff for your actual assessment. Your assessor, however, right, they're going to come in, they're going to do that assessment. They're going to look at your controls. They're going to ensure that everything is done in accordance with, validate all of that good stuff. They're going to bang out a pen test, making sure that they've actually technically validated that those controls are in place and meeting everything as intended, as documented within your SSP, your system security plan, and those implementation statements that list, this is how I do those wonderful things. Those are two very distinct services. Last but not least, the other service that you always get once you are FedRAMP authorized is you have to do your continuous monitoring assessments. So you still need a 3PAL to help you go through that process. And an advisor can help you in the event that you're looking to make a significant change and going through the SCR, significant change request process, and making updates to your controls, or in the likely event that you've got Rev 5 coming up, you need to figure out how to address that. You might go and work with an advisor to help you through that process.